The Mandukya Upanishad presents one of the most concise yet profound explorations of consciousness in ancient philosophical thought. In a remarkably brief text, it proposes that all reality is nothing more than different states of mind, challenging our ordinary assumptions about the physical world. According to this teaching, what we consider solid, objective reality is not fundamentally different from the fleeting images of a dream. Both arise within consciousness, and both dissolve back into it. This radical insight shifts the focus from the external universe to the nature of awareness itself. The text describes three commonly experienced states of consciousness: the waking state, the dreaming state, and deep sleep. In the waking state, we believe we interact with a physical world through our senses. We perceive objects, people, and events as external and independent of us. However, the Mandukya Upanishad suggests that this experience is constructed in much the same way as dreams. During dreams, the mind generates entire worlds without physical input, yet while dreaming, those worlds feel real. The distinction between waking and dreaming becomes less certain when we realize that both depend on mental processes. If dreams can feel real while they occur, the waking world may also be a structured projection within consciousness. Beyond these three states, the Upanishad introduces a fourth state known as Turiya. Turiya is not a state in the ordinary sense, but the background awareness underlying all experiences. It is pure consciousness, unchanging, silent, and ever-present. While waking, dreaming, and deep sleep come and go, Turiya remains constant. It is the foundation in which all mental activities appear, much like a screen upon which different scenes are projected. This perspective suggests that reality is not the changing images, but the awareness that observes them. Everything we experience arises within this absolute consciousness. From this viewpoint, the physical universe itself is created by thought waves. Thoughts shape perception, perception shapes understanding, and understanding constructs the world we believe we inhabit. Just as a dream emerges from subtle mental impressions, the waking world is influenced by collective and individual patterns of thought. The Upanishadic insight does not necessarily deny the existence of the world, but emphasizes that its meaning and structure are inseparable from consciousness. Reality becomes less about objects and more about awareness interacting with itself. Another central teaching of this philosophy concerns the illusion of individuality. We commonly see ourselves as separate beings, divided from others and from the universe. However, the Mandukya Upanishad argues that this separation is created by the egoic mind. The ego functions as a boundary maker, identifying with a body, a name, and a personal history. Through this identification, it fragments a single universal consciousness into countless individual perspectives. Yet beneath these apparent divisions lies the same underlying awareness. This suggests that the sense of I and you is not ultimately real, but a temporary viewpoint within one unified field of consciousness. Understanding this teaching can transform how we relate to life. If all experiences arise within a shared consciousness, then compassion and empathy naturally deepen. The boundaries between self and others soften, and the world is seen less as a collection of separate entities and more as a connected whole. The Mandukya Upanishad therefore encourages introspection, inviting us to observe our thoughts, perceptions, and sense of identity. By doing so, we may glimpse the silent background awareness that remains unchanged beneath all mental activity. In essence, the Mandukya Upanishad presents a vision where reality is not divided between mind and matter, but unified within consciousness. The waking world and dreams are both projections. Turiya is the constant foundation, and individuality is a temporary illusion. This ancient insight continues to inspire philosophical inquiry and spiritual reflection, offering a perspective that sees the universe as a dynamic play of awareness itself.